I couldn't watch the last episode. It was just too much.
Okay, so I wanted to read some quotes that you had sent me on our DMs. I thought I wrote them down. I thought they were kind of interesting. I want to see how you feel about them after you had some time to watch the movie. Think about it. You said about Batwoman, you're fucked up, you talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. You said too much diversity. Diversity is gay. Large black Muslim with knife must be London. Black, Asian, lesbians, probably Jews. White cops are evil. Colored women are moral. Cops look like maybe Jews, Italians. Gross. So when I read these quotes back to you, can you explain yourself? What were you feeling when you said something so outrageous like that?
I just felt like that I'm not against diversity per se, but
it's gay. Is it gay?
It is gay. It's artificial. It's like if you were to take a lion and a deer and a shark and a snake and put them all in the same thing, do you think they would get along? Do you think it would turn out well? It's a kind of a cute idea. You might make a little cartoon about it, but in reality, it's not going to end well.
You're literally a Nazi, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm just, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I am Japanese, so.
Did you buy any of the story? Is any of it believable? 120-pound woman. She's 120. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But her arms are like twigs.
Right.
She has no butt. Her legs are like twigs. She's stunning, like cheekbones and shit.
Yeah, I mean, she's, I have a soft spot in my heart for Australian chicks, but, I mean, seriously, like, if it wasn't just her using her gun or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, she's just a little pipsqueak.
She's probably
super
a model.
Short, too. She is a model. She started out as a model.
She's, 120 pounds.
Yeah.
She's running around.
Well, the thing that where I really noticed that is when she's doing all the, the street fighting with all the thugs. And she's not doing, like, acrobatic things and using their momentum against them. She's, like, slugging it out with them.
Right.
Like, if one of those dudes punched her, she would go flying.
Oh, yeah.
And then if she punched even her hardest punch, it's not going to do that much damage at getting some big galoot.
At first I thought, this must be...
He's like Iron Man or something.
Yeah, I was thinking, they're making this a special... I know it's not the Batman theory.
I mean, it's Kevlar. It might be able to stop bullets, but it's not... That doesn't mean you're not going to get hurt.
I was thinking you should make the suit powered, because there's no way...
Yeah, if they had just done, it's got this biocircuitry that will enhance your muscle reflex and gives you muscle memory for the black belt fighter.
But the thing is, like, I was thinking about comics, like, I love Iron Man as a kid, and I love that concept. The thing is, it's like if you write an Iron Man type concept but an augmented suit, it's like, they're going to go, it's a ripoff. But the thing is, U.S. Army has suits in development.
Right.
They allow you mostly to carry things, heavy loads and stuff, like their marching suits, but they're in development. I mean, they're on their way.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
So, like, I mean, you could write a story about these augmented
It's not
guys.
science fiction. It's on its way to being.
Yeah, once they get the battery
science
technology
fact.
down, it's going to happen. I mean, it might be 20 years from now, but they'll be, like, you're going to see stuff like Iron Man.
Powered suits.
Yeah.
Totally.
They showed this guy walking around with it.
I've seen them. They've done some preliminary stuff for, like, people that can't walk.
It's like an exoskeleton. It looks badass. It looks more like Aliens.
Right.
She's at the end of
the
Aliens.
power lifter.
Yeah, the power lifter suit. But it's on its way. What was I going? Oh yeah, so they should have made Batwoman something.
And that could have been a total throwaway line, but it would have explained a lot.
Yeah, just put some LEDs in the suit, and it's like, it's bioelectric.
Yeah.
It uses whatever. You gotta have You can't have one. She's just too small. She's way too petite. So she
And also, what was I going to say?
Right.
And also, just her acting was very not.
She disguises her voice so nobody can understand. Nobody can recognize her. Like her dad doesn't know it's her, but
you can tell. Just look at her eyes or look at her lips. You know who it is. But isn't that what they all do? All the Batman do is they change their voices.
Yeah, but when Batman did it, it was kind of cool.
I don't know.
There's a willing suspension of disbelief when you have a 200-pound guy.
That's true. Or you have a power suit.
Yeah, or you have a power suit. That would work. That would work wonder.
And it's not like Batman hasn't used power suits before.
But in the comic, Batman's like 6'4", 300 pounds of steroided out muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't say he's giving growth hormone, but he obviously.
But come on.
Yeah, in the comic, he's like, yeah. I see these girls in the movie, and like, there's all these pretty girls, pretty black girl, pretty Ruby Rose, and a bunch of Asian girls. I was thinking, well, I just want to have sex with them. I don't want to. I don't want to see them do things. They're just pretty girls. They should be.
You want to do things to them.
Yeah. Just get them pregnant. You know,
Oh, okay.
You should be making babies and going in the kitchen and making sandwiches and raising your kids. Like, you'd be good moms. But to see like these women in their 20s and 30s who are like, okay, you're in this high risk activity. Don't you want to go have kids?
No.
That's kind of. My point is, women don't belong in these roles. The aliens, I mean, Sigourney Weaver was different. She was forced into that role.
That's true.
And she's...
Nobody forced Ruby Rose to steal that bat suit.
Yeah. And I don't know how old she is in real life. She's probably 28, I guess. It's not really what 28-year-old women are usually doing. I mean, I guess some do join the army. They do want to go in the military. It happens. It's just not...
It's not. It's the exception to the rule.
It's an exception to the rule, and so you got all these young, beautiful women running around who's just go make babies. I don't know. It's not. Maybe in Iron Man. Like, I always wondered about Iron Man. They should have had who's that chick with the vagina candles? Gwen Paltrow?
She did. She had the suit at the very end.
Yeah. They should have tossed her in the middle earlier, because it's a suit. Like, I don't understand why Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to play Iron Man. You're in a metal.
All you have to do is just shoot from the neck up, and then just throw that CG and the CG heads up display on over the face, and you're good.
Yeah, it's bizarre that you think about how much shooting time he was actually in the film. Couldn't have been that much.
Right, because they're either going to have a guy in a suit or it's just totally a CG guy.
Yeah. You're not the stuntman. The stuntman's doing all the work. Yeah, he gets paid. He got paid $65 million.
Must be nice.
I saw this guy does his reviews, and his quote was, "Are you riding your motorbikes without a helmet?" I guess they I think they must race the bikes or something.
Stupid.
Yeah, without a helmet. It's crazy. I don't
Keep doing it.
Without a helmet.
No, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Then you won't have to hear it anymore.
Yeah. No, I like bikes, but it's like. I see guys ride bikes in shorts, and if you knew how painful it would be to fall down.
I like when they wear helmets and just shorts.
Skin grafts.
At your funeral, they could do up a casket because your head will be fine.
Yeah. Oh, you do not want to. Dude, the bikes are so fucking dangerous. That is. Anyway, so this guy said it's like they're not so bad. They're good, like cringy good, and they're not good, enjoyable good. They're just boring.
Yeah, because it's not even done tongue-in-cheek, like
the original Batman?
Right, or even The Flash, which is part of the same continuity.
I haven't seen The Flash. There's The Flash, and there's another show.
Arrow, and then there's the Legends of Tomorrow.
See, there's a bunch of shows, and then CW.
Oh, and they're back too. Those are all the CW shows.
Oh, those are CW.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was thinking, wait. I'm thinking Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi's got shows out also.
The thing that. I mean, I stopped watching The Flash after the second season because I just got bored with it. But at least with The Flash, it's done sort of tongue-in-cheek. There's some funny stuff. Whereas the Batwoman, they're trying to be all edgy and serious and dark. And, it just doesn't do it for me.
I wonder, the guy who plays the Flash in the movies? He attacks some girl at a bar or something.
Oh, yeah, and then
he was joking around, but...
I heard it was for real.
No, it was for real, but he didn't...
He was drunk or something.
He was drunk and he just wrestled her to the ground. It was a very, very dumb thing to do.
Yeah, and he ruined his career, I think.
I don't know if he ruined it. I don't know.
Well, we'll see if they come out with the Flash movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's we'll see if it comes out with the Flash movie. If I was him, I would just... can I pay you $250,000 and for you to come out and say that we were just... It was a regrettable situation, but we're friends now. Is that worth $250,000? I mean, that's a house in wherever you in
Reykjavik.
In most of America,
It was in Iceland.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
And what the hell was he doing in Iceland too? I mean,
drunk without handlers. His buddies were there, but
maybe he thought nobody was gonna see him because he was out in the middle of nowhere.
If you're in the public eye, you should have people who don't drink.
who steer you away from trouble.
Who are big guys who don't drink, and they're not filming you, but they're willing to just grab you and throw you in a car.
Yeah,
Like,
we're done.
We're done here.
You're done.
Something like that. I would just anyway. So I don't know if he's canceled or not. And I don't know what the hell was. Oh, because he's in the. He was. God, he was.
I didn't like his character in that.
He is. He's got cheekbones too, which I'm very envious of people with cheekbones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't like that portrayal of. That's my least favorite portrayal of the Flash that I've seen.
He is very, very gay, and in the movie that comes across as like. You're gay,
well,
obviously.
I mean, Flash is a little light in the loafers.
Right.
So maybe it works.
Did you see the interview he did with Gal Gadot, where he was trying to talk about feminism or something, and he was trying to put words into her mouth?
She wasn't having it.
She wasn't having it, but she was polite, and I think he was coked out of his mind. He was. Oh God, it was a great interview. It's probably on YouTube. Yeah, she wasn't having it. She was polite, and she's
trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, she's like
trying to be politic.
She's a supermodel, so you know she's had to deal with difficult people.
A lot of assholes.
Yeah, a lot of assholes who she couldn't just slap them. She had to like she had to
just get through the shoot.
Get through the shoot. Just get through the shoot politely and diplomatically. It's like I saw that. Oh wow, she is a master diplomat. Or much respect to her.
What did the last episode of
episode 20, the final episode, season finale, because we don't know, like, did she get fired, did she quit? And I've heard some people saying it's probably mutual, because like she wasn't working out on the show wasn't, the show's, I think it's the lowest rated show.
Of the CW, or of all shows?
I think of all shows. Really, so something like 600,000 people were watching the show, which I guess is not a lot. But then in the last season, 20, episode 20, they kind of hinted Bruce Wayne returns, because the blonde chick who's doing
Alice, her sister.
She put a face. She put Bruce Wayne's face on this guy, and so he's going to impersonate Bruce Wayne or something like that.
Huh.
So the show got an extra 100,000 people watching it because they're watching it for the return of Batman. So there's
now can I just say one thing? Like, why is it that all of these DC shows, they always avoid Batman? I mean, yeah, they make movies about, but they make movies about Superman also, and now they've got a Superman show on the CW, or they're about to.
Because he's a male.
I think everybody would like to see a Batman TV show.
Yeah, no shit, of course.
Like, they could do a really, I mean, because they always do, if they do Superman, they've always done it like when he was Superboy, or how he became Superman. They should really do, no one's ever really explored, and I don't even think the comic books have really gone in depth about what happened when Bruce Wayne left Gotham to train to become Batman. I mean, they show certain aspects of it.
China or something?
He went to Korea, I think, where he joined the League of Assassins.
Yeah, he could get into adventures down there.
Yeah, but also he went around the world, because he wasn't just learning how to be an assassin. He trained under one of the best detectives, so he could become a great detective. He trained with this old superhero from the Golden Age named Wildcat, who is a boxer, so he learned how to fight the boxing style with him. He went all over to get trained in everything, and I think, yeah, maybe it would be expensive because you'd have to do a lot of different places, but it would be pretty cool.
Well, because all this stuff is in, I don't know how, well, yeah, it would be expensive, but it's like, it's all indoors, shot indoors anyway, right?
And people would watch it.
Oh, because it's a TV show, not a movie. Right, yeah. So the budgets on TV shows are, I see it, that would be interesting. I should have looked up what the budget was for Batwoman, because it could not have been a whole lot.
No, I mean, that was definitely done on sets and stuff in Canada.
Oh, it was a film. Oh, yeah, Canada. That explains a lot. Canada, everything's horrible in Canada. Yeah, so for a TV show, they're not going to spend a ton of money, but yeah, you spend money, you make money.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, they didn't spend enough money on this show, and that probably has a lot to do with why it's not doing well.
And it's girl power. Like, in the shows, I've noticed that it looks like a United Colors of Bennington ad. There's Asians, then there's a bunch of different European type of people. Some look vaguely Middle Eastern or Mediterranean, but there's plenty of...
It's like Noah's Ark.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you've got this... I don't know where Ruby Rose is from.
She's an Aussie.
Oh, okay, Australian. She's probably, I don't know where she's from originally.
Melbourne.
No, yeah, but ethnically, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, like, where, probably England.
Probably Russian or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's got darker hair, so I don't know where she's from. But then she's got the two Asian sidekicks, and then, okay, then there's a blonde lady.
The villain.
So Ruby Rose is, like, darker anyway, and there's, like, the other blonde lady, the villain is bad, because, of course, blonde hair is bad. Like, every single fucking time. And then you've got the couple of black characters, and it's like, I don't believe it. But if I say I don't believe it out loud, I'm a racist, because...
Yeah, well, everybody's thinking it, but...
Like, well, yeah, everybody's thinking all the same stuff. Like, I just... I don't buy it. It doesn't feel like a story to me. And it feels like, oh, everyone's afraid to say it's... They don't want to say it's racist. It's like, well, yeah, but...
To me, when shows or comic books try to do all this diversity, it's very forced, and to me it almost seems racist because you're like calling it out, whereas not like just people are just there who happen to be there. It's like, oh no, we need to meet our quotas, we gotta hit this mark, we gotta show this type of person.
Oh yeah, that's all it is.
To me, but to me, that seems racist in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everything's forced and fake, and
and it's insulting to me because you don't think that I noticed that. You know?
No, they know that you notice it, but they don't think you'll say anything about it.
Well, they're thinking like they're thinking that like, see, we're good, see us, pat us on our head, we're good. We include everybody.
So the thing is, the people who make these movies a lot of them are true believers, and a lot of them are hardcore Marxists. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, the people who are pulling the strings are hardcore Marxists, and the people who are just working behind the scenes are just, a lot of them, they're just in it for paycheck. You know, they don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go along with it for the paycheck, but I don't understand how that's going to earn you money.
It doesn't. That's the weird thing. It's like the show's, nobody's watching it. And
like, are you making this for money, or are you making this for something else? If you're not making this for money, what are we in business for?
That's the same thing I keep coming up against with comics and with movies and with this woke stuff. It's that same issue, and it feels like there's something deeper going on at the surface. Because it doesn't make sense. These are publicly traded companies,
and you can make you can chart it out on graphs about how much money. How much has been purchased, how much money was made. It's not like this has only been going on for like a couple of months and we're still experimenting. No, you've seen trends of everything, like things getting shut down because they're not making money. They'll cancel a series, and then they just repackage it and come back out with the same thing again, and it still doesn't take.
Yeah, I can understand comic books losing money. Like, they'll do that with Iceman. It'll go for less than a dozen issues and it'll get canceled. Then they wait 3 months, and then they bring back the same writer and the same concept, another gay Iceman. And it'll go for like 8 issues and get canceled. They do it with Captain Marvel. They do it with all. But it's like comics. You're just
like, I don't even
the IP.
It's like I don't. Yeah, I mean that's true. You just say you can do the movies or
comics
whatever.
are just on the level of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's a write-off.
Movies are on the level of hundreds of millions of dollars, and so they're still making, Ocean's 8, Ghostbusters 2016, Dark Phoenix with Marvel, or the X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Fox.
And then they did the Terminator movie with the women, the last Terminator movie, Birds of Prey.
Ugh.
They did all these movies,
and they all bomb.
Yeah, they all bombed. All this girl power, and there's like
they're probably dumping, I know they are dumping tons of money into the marketing, so it's not as if nobody showed any commercials or nobody gave any interviews on night talk shows. No, they are dumping tons of money into these things so that people are aware that these things are about to come out.
Yeah.
And yet still...
What was the budget for Ghostbusters 2016? It's got to be $100 million.
Oh, yeah. And the marketing
probably $100 million.
They
for the
did
marketing.
because they also realized that it wasn't testing well, so they came out with a whole new thing to try to make it seem like it was less feminist.
Okay, I got a dumb question for Ghostbusters because I saw it once. I should watch it again. I didn't absolutely hate it, but I'm thinking if there were no precursor movies, if there were no original Ghostbusters, and this was the first you've ever heard of it,
Right.
people wouldn't hate it, right?
No, but it doesn't have the same magic as the first one.
No, I've heard Ghostbusters. The original one was somebody referred to it as the perfect movie because they went through the scenes of Ghostbusters. It was Red Letter Media. Like even scenes where they start, the four guys are climbing up the stairs, and these guys are all like early 40s, and they're kind of out of shape. They're just guys, regular guys with these backpacks.
Kind of schlubs.
They're schlubs, and they're looking at these stairs, and they're climbing up the stairs, and they look at it, and they're like, the scene is just quiet. They're slowly climbing up the stairs, and they realize like it's not all glamorous. It's all just. And there's a scene in the modern remake of 2016 where the black girl rolls up in the limousine, and she goes, "You get a car, you get a car," reference to the Oprah Winfrey line from probably a decade earlier, which is like any lines like that are out of date.
Yeah, so the kids aren't going to know what the hell they're talking about if that's who they're directing it towards.
And there's a scene where all the girls are standing outside the firehouse, and she goes, "Well, did you check to see if there's a body in it?" And then they start ad-libbing and go, "Oh, I didn't check." "Well, you didn't check. I didn't check." And they go on for that for like 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
And the guy said, "Okay, they did a remake where they edited out the sound, and they said, you didn't check there was a body in it?" Pause. They look at each other, and then cut scene, and it's way more effective than if like they were letting them ad-lib.
Okay.
Or there's another scene where they're crawling beneath the subways, and it's wet and stinky, and she goes, "Oh, you really don't get used to the smell down here. It's going to be like that the whole way. It's a strong sense of urine." And they're just kind of ad-libbing, and this goes on and on and on. And so the Red Letter Media, they recut it, edit out the sound, or they edited in sounds of just dripping water, and they're walking through, and you can hear footsteps. They're walking through this dark subway. It's spooky. There's atmosphere. There's no ad-libbing. It's just dripping water, footsteps, echoes. It's
a lot more creepy.
Yeah, it's setting some tension.
Right.
And the 2016, those girls just. I only started. Murphy, what's his name? Bill Murray said, "I only came in this movie because I knew these girls were really funny." He said that in an interview with a straight face, and like everyone laughed, but you could see the looks on their faces. Or like the girl who was the secretary in the original movie, the redheaded girl.
Annie Potts.
Yeah, you saw a look on her face, like she's all. You're fucking with us. You're fucking with them.
Yeah.
And she got it.
Because she knows Bill. Like,
yeah, she knows him. It's like, I only did this because these girls are
I
really
think
funny.
they might have strong-armed him into doing it, from what I understood. And that's why he was so hesitant to come.
How do you pressure somebody like that?
I don't know what it was. I remember hearing something. But I know like he was really, really hesitant about coming back for this newest one.
Probably like, here's $500,000.
Well, he felt burned by the girl one from 2016.
Oh, the latest one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was very hesitant about coming back to this one. He was keeping everybody like on their toes, like nobody knew if he was going to show up or if he was going to do it or not. And
well,
he
the
did
newest
show
one's going
up.
to be a kids movie, right?
Yeah, it's actually going to be a continuation of the first series. It's going to disregard the 2016 series.
The feminists on Twitter got really pissed when they found out.
That they were going to stop that version?
They found out that there's going to be a new Ghostbusters, and the feminists were thinking in the back of their mind, oh, it's going to be a sequel of 2016. Like, 2016, it didn't exactly bomb, but it underperformed. Didn't make its money back, I don't think.
I saw that in the movie theater, and that was one of the movies that I fell asleep watching. I fall asleep watching a lot of movies, but mainly the ones that are pretty boring.
Yeah, I'm not falling asleep in a theater because there's too many distractions going on. But
I could sleep anywhere. But that might be a health problem, I don't know.
Well, probably because you're eating too much junk food in the theater?
Maybe.
Like blood sugar crash?
I think I just have general blood sugar crash in general.
Why do you think that is?
Pre-diabetes from my fat ass. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Probably if I have something.
I ain't kidding myself.
Okay,
Diabetes.
Diabetes. There go my feet. What were we talking about? Batwoman. Oh, episode 20. which is the.
So you said there was some Batman reference.
Yeah, there's some Batman reference at the end. That's why it got an extra 100,000 viewers. But the bad guy in episode 20 is a black football player who's got a lot of head trauma.
It's brain damaged.
Yeah, from brain damage, and they're trying to say like, oh, well, the coach and the doctor who did the head scans faked the head scans that showed trauma to cover up.
Oh, because he had the multiple concussion syndrome, like
Steve Young type of thing, which is very real. But
yeah,
so they're blaming the two white guys, the coach and the doctor, and so he's like, this guy's not. I guess he's.
So you're supposed to feel sorry for him because they brushed it under the table that he had the multiple concussion syndrome.
Yeah, even though when I think about it, it was Steve Young who's like the most well-known guy for multiple concussions, but they didn't use.
Well, he didn't kill anybody though.
He didn't kill anybody, but yeah. So in the opening scene of this episode 20, the black guy, his shtick is that he goes around with these two machetes or two swords. That's why I thought, oh, it's a Muslim in London because that's what they do, they're cutting people up. So I guess he finds the doctor on the subway and he beheads him.
Huh.
And
Nice.
And he's he's supposed to be a football player, so he's probably like 6'2", 250 pounds.
Uh-huh.
And
So he looks like a pro wrestler.
yeah, he's just a big, strong football athlete guy. So she gets on the train. I guess she's doing battle with him, but she's 100 pounds. So she's like,
And was she like slugging it out like in the first episode?
She was trying to, but she lost that fight.
But at least that's believable to a degree anyway.
She lost that fight, and then there's another fight where they're fighting later on. She lost the second fight, and the guy who was doing the review couldn't understand why she was losing fight. Because he was so woke, but it's like, you don't understand the oppression Olympics. It's a black dude versus a white chick.
That's huge, and then the chick's like super petite too.
Yeah. But she was, see this chick.
Like again, if they had said that she had a augmented suit, maybe had like some electric taser things in her knuckles, and also was enhanced strength from the suit.
You gotta have some kind of enhanced strength. There's no way this 100-pound chick is doing all this.
Otherwise, it would be the only way it would be believable is if she was like dancing around him and flipping and tripping him and just kind of using acrobatics versus his brute strength.
See, that is what they did in episode 20. Is that she was doing stuff like more flips, where she would do things like she would do these diving rolls.
Uh-huh.
So they tried to move into like the acrobatic martial arts side of it.
Yeah.
Because maybe they learned over 20 episodes that you just cannot have.
Well, they broke her fucking back.
Yeah, I wonder what stunt she was doing.
Yeah, that's probably why. She's like, I'm not down with this. I don't need my back.
Like, why is she doing the stunts?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?